All right, we'll start in like a minute. All right, we'll get it started right now. All right, well, welcome to today's live session, January 14th, 2026. Second live session into the new year. All right, so let's check out the markets. S&P 500. All right, where are we at now? Well, over the big picture, we see this. We have this bullish channel here. Okay, we had fallen down to this lower end of the channel, and then we came up, chopped around, came up here and chopped around some more, still chopping around a bit. So now we are here. This previous breakout here at 69.52. Okay, we're holding that currently. Okay, we held the 20 SMA. We got back up today and we held that 69.53. Okay, now we're holding that 69.53.75 again. Okay, we're kind of like in the, this is like a channel, a little choppier channel than the larger channel. So there's a possibility where we continue to chop a little bit in between this here, this range. We continue to chop in this range right here until we meet up here again at our larger channel, right? So this larger channel, we chop around some more, kind of like here. We chopped around, then we made a move, we chopped around. So we could chop around still. I know it sucks chopping around. I get it. Chopping around here. You know, we might pop up a little, then we come back down. So if we get over here, we know where we're going. We're going to go up. Unless we decide, hey, you know, market's going to show us that we don't want to go up and we're going to drop down. But so far, that's not the case. we're just making the same kind of, we're making a little higher highs, not the same, but kind of in this range. Okay, so that's kind of giving me the indication that we're kind of going to go sideways for a little bit, at least for ES SPY. So you could play that, right? You could play that high, up here, low, up, down, up, down. So that 20 days is going to be your support area. So as long as we stay above that, we should continue on this little chop area. We're going to consolidate before we actually hit the lower end of the channel, and then we could break through that 7,000. Do I think we're going to break through that 7,000? I do think we are going to break through that 7,000, but I do think that we're going to have some chop. Okay, here we had some chop here until we hit the bottom, then we came up. Okay, we're going to have some little bit more chop here until we hit that area, and then we go up. Now, don't get me wrong, if we're trying to push up, I would say anytime we hit the highs in this area, just considering everything that we've been seeing lately because of all the chop, I would say if we do hit the highs again at 7,000, we should hedge up, because I think this is going to be the little the little consolidation zone that we're gonna be in for maybe, let's see, 1.5 to 2 weeks, maybe 1.5 to 2 weeks, because end of the week is here. Okay, that's halfway, and then another week be around here. So I want to say 1.5 to 2 weeks. 1.5 to 2 weeks. I think we stay in this chop area. Okay, not ideal, but you know, market's gonna do what the market's gonna do, and right now it's showing us that it wants to chop around for a little bit. Wants to chop around, but we can see that this 69.53 doesn't want to let go, and that 20 SMA doesn't want to let go. So as long as that doesn't happen, then we stay in this area. I know we have a rising wedge here. We have a rising wedge here to about 7,055, 7,068. But I think that we're probably just going to go sideways and then go up. Okay. So that rising wedge, I wouldn't be too concerned unless we break 6,900. If we break 6,900, then I'd be concerned. If not, if we stay above that 20 SMA, I wouldn't be concerned about the rising wedge. I think we're going to go sideways, and then we're going to go higher. I think overall the market's going to go higher. But I think we're going to chop around for a bit. And don't get me wrong, when we do go, we're gonna rip up. Once the chop is done, we're gonna probably rip up to 71.31. Okay, and then probably continue on 72, and then our big target 73.65. That's a big target. Okay. Okay, let's look at SPY now. All right, SPY here. Okay, SPY here, we fell out of the rising wedge today, and then we got it back. We got it back. So we fell out, hit the 20 SMA, and then came back, and we're right on that line. Fix that line there. So we're right on that line. So right on that line. So again, this consolidation point would be right here. So we either go up and we go in, or we go sideways. I'm thinking we go sideways. I'm thinking we have an up day, and we consolidate in the zone, but we lose that 686, and you know we're gonna go back down at 680. But right now, it's looking like it's either gonna consolidate sideways or it comes up in the zone. With ES, I think it's just gonna go sideways. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't think this rising wedge, unless we, come up here to test the highs again, I don't think this rising wedge is too much to be concerned of, because it is a rising wedge, and we are at the previous resistance of the channel that we got out of. But I think more likely we're gonna go sideways, and then in a week and a half to 2 weeks we're gonna pop it up. Okay, so that's what my thinking is on ES and SPY. Okay, NASDAQ. So NASDAQ has that pennant, that bullish pennant. It fired out of, came back, tested it, held it, and now we're just going sideways in this zone here. So a lot of sideways action. You know, we could bring that zone back to here, maybe even a little bit more here. So we've just been going through the sideways action here. Up, test the highs, up, test the highs, up, test the highs, up, test the highs, and then down. Okay, hold this zone area. Hold this area, the 50 SMA, and then come back up and test the highs here. We're just going sideways again. So right now we're below the 20 SMA, which kind of shows you like SPY is above the 20 SMA. ES is above the 20 SMA, and then NASDAQ is below the 20 SMA. Even though it had a kind of a stronger finish at the end of the day, we're not above that zone. So most likely we'll get back over it tomorrow, and we'll still be in this zone right here, 25.7 to 20.26. And if we do fall a little bit, I don't think it goes too much. I think that 50 SMA is pretty much the floor right now. It's going to be holding that area, and we're going to go sideways on that. So sideways action for NASDAQ. You know, so let's get the Qs. All right, Qs. Qs, kind of same idea. I was worried about the Qs this morning because, you know, we had this potential pattern right here, and we got out of it, and then we came back inside of it. I was like, that's all bad news if we did for the Qs. Okay, but now we could see that it's just kind of going sideways in this box, just kind of with NASDAQ. So going sideways in this box, we can't break through that 630. You know, 630 was our target this week. It hit 629.50 this week, and then it held that trend line that we broke out of. It held it just like it did here. Held the 20 SMA, held the 50. So I think this trend continues where we pop up, we pop down, pop up, pop down, pop up, pop down. So not the funnest. But you know, we kind of have an idea. Some tech stocks look like they want to go, but we have to see tomorrow with some follow through. But here, you know, it doesn't look like anything wants to go. It looks like it was going sideways. We do have a nice buy candle here, which it hit that 615, hit the 50 SMA, held the 20 SMA, and held the downtrend here with the long tail. That's good. That looks good. Now, do we have some follow through set up and go more, or do we have the follow through come up, get rejected at 629 again, and then come down, and then it gets wider? It gets wider. The chop gets wider because this downtrend falls down, and we just get wider here. We'll see, but so far, just sideways action for the Qs. Not the greatest. Okay. IWM is trending really well. It's inside the bullish channel. Okay. It had a bad day yesterday, but ate that day today. Bullish engulfing candle. Okay, held that 260. Looks like it wants to go to 267. Looks good. Nice volume on it. You know, the banks are helping this one out. The banks and some oil helping them out. Looks good. Okay. DIA. Right near all-time highs, but consolidating. Not too bad. Still has bull flag. Still has bull flag on the daily. Okay, holding that 490. If it could hold that and try to push again, that'd be great. I do not like that it tried to break out here and failed. I do like that it's holding here, but if it doesn't hold that 490, it comes back to 487, 46. Okay, then comes back in. All right. All right. Netflix. Let's get into some stocks now here. Netflix, you know, this one was consolidating for a while. First of all, we're this downtrend channel here. Downtrend channel here. We're consolidating here for a while. And then we lost it. Tried to get it back. Failed. That 20 SMA is just acting as resistance. And we're trending down. We had some hope yesterday. And then we just ate it all today. We tried to get above that 91. And we failed. Got all eaten out. Okay, so target here is 82.89. Now, why is it? So 82.89, very strong support here, very strong. When it tried to break out here, bounced here, rallied, came back, bounced here, rallied hard. There's a lot of buyers here at 82.89. I would be a buyer there. Okay, if this continues down, say another $6, boom. I think that is where it's gonna bounce. But you know, earnings 120. It's probably gonna head towards that area, and then have earnings, and then earnings is gonna take it up. I don't think earnings are gonna take it down if we're around that area. That area is a big area, 82.89. So I'd be cautious until then, you know, especially with all those deals not going through yet. All right, MDT. Okay, MDT here. All right, MDT here has a pretty good strong support right here at 95.81. We hit it twice, or 3 times actually. Okay, reversed, popped up. Okay, fizzled down. Okay, saw there. There's more buyers there. Had 166%. 166% volume. Nice volume. Whenever it closes at the highs near the day, that's a good indication that it's going to continue going. So this one closed pretty much at the high of the day. So this one just needs to clear this resistance, 101.28, and then it could go $102, and after that it's free and clear until 106. And then after 106, 108, and 110. But it looks good so far with the double bottom. Nice RSI over 50. Good volume. Okay, stochastic coming up. Squeeze coming up. Okay, HON. All right, Honeywell. Okay, Honeywell, you know, it's kind of like our BA. BA has been doing well. Kind of pulled back today. Just forming a bull flag, though. But Honeywell just broke out of this consolidation zone. Okay, this consolidation zone says it's going to that 224.50 that we already have on the map, and that's pretty much gap fill. So 223.44 is gap fill. So we just need to get past this 223.30. Okay, right now we are breaking out and trending up. This is a hanging man. So the only problem here is that we have to see what tomorrow brings. If tomorrow we gap down for any reason, you know, that could be a bad thing. Because if we gap down and we come back here, we gap down and sell off, this is a shooting star. So we don't want to gap down. If we do gap down, we want to gap down. Let's see. We want to gap down. We want to gap down and we want to go higher. So if we gap down and we go higher, great. We don't want to gap up and go lower. That won't be good either. So we want to gap down and go higher if we gap down. But if we go down and go lower, this is a shooting star. We don't like that because it's going to come back and say it's not ready. Okay, right now we're testing that breakout. We close right under it. We need to get above it. If we have a green day tomorrow on this, then that's just going to indicate this is making a bull flag, and then we could go higher. So we want to gap down and then run up, or we just want a regular day, gap, no gap at all, and have a green day, or we want to gap up and run. That's it. Otherwise, we don't want to gap up and run down. We don't want to gap down and run down. Okay, so, but if we do continue up, then our target's 2024. All right, SMR. Okay, SMR. It looks good. Nice little bull flag. RSI holding 50. Okay, this here holding that level. Setting up a bull flag. Okay, we push through. Push through that 22.29. We get to 24.50, 27.50. Okay, looks good. I think it's a bullish divergence if I'm not wrong. Yeah, bullish divergence. Okay, so the RSI is setting up a little dragon pattern. This one not so much, but the RSI is definitely setting up a dragon pattern. Now, what is a dragon pattern, you might ask? It's when there's a long tail, and then there's a leg, there's a foot, and then there's the head. Okay, so here we got the head, we got a foot. We got a foot, okay, and the foot needs to be bullish divergence most of the time. And then we got the long tail here, okay, that's a dragon. Okay, that RSI is setting up a dragon pattern. Okay, here, not so obvious. Okay, but that's okay because we have the bullish divergence, so it could be a good one. This looks really good. Could set up, push through that 220. That 222 or 22.29, and then go to 24.50, 27.50, and then 30. Okay, looks good so far. That one looks good. Major target, if it goes, would be 31.60. Okay. Okay, NVIDIA's been in a chop area for the longest, right? Chopping here, okay. Chopping here, okay. Popped up, came back, chopping here again. Then we're come back upside and chopping in this zone, okay. Now we're here. We gap filled right here. This was the gap fill. Gap filled at 181.30. Okay. Came up to try that, hold that 183.24. Okay, was close enough. Now we just need some follow through. If we have some follow through over 185.60, we'll be above our moving averages. Okay. We'll be above this downtrend here. Okay, so we'll be above that downtrend and we'll have a good day. So if we could get through that, I think we'll have a day like this, maybe a little lower if it doesn't gap up. If it doesn't gap up, it'd be here to 190, 191. We're going to have a big day on that. If it could do that, because there's such a long candle at the bottom here. If it could get through this, rally up, we could do that. Looks good. Okay, but we need to get through this 185. We get through that 185, good. If not, you know, we're just gonna kind of fizzle down, chop around. Okay, and I don't like how the RSI is looking too much. It has a chance to turn. It has a chance to turn, but it was such a good buy day. I don't know why the RSI is still going down. Okay, so this needs to come back up over that 50, and then we can make a move. Okay. All right. Oracle. So what's wrong with Oracle? It was doing such a good job, right? Doing such a good job. You know, we had 3 strong days. Okay. We came up to the 50 SMA. You know, we thought we were going to gap fill right here at 217. We got up to what? 207.80. And then boom, fell back down. Okay, we held that support at 191.32, hit it, and we closed above the 20 SMA. So now what do? Well, we need to either have an inside day tomorrow, meaning we gap up and we're inside this candle, or we need to just go and get above 198.58. And if we could get above that, this is all the resistance there. So that's all resistance there. We cut through it right here. We cut through it. Now we need to get back above it. 198.58. Hold above that. Okay. And then set up. That we need it tomorrow too. We don't need it next week. We don't need it Friday. We need it tomorrow. We need above 198.58 tomorrow. If we're inside here tomorrow, that's just going to mean that we're back here in this chop zone. We don't want to be in this chop zone. We don't want to be. We got out of this chop zone. We don't want to be back here. Because why? Because it's a money pit. It just eats you, eats you, eats you. We already filled this gap. Oh, wait, did we? Well, we were kind of short. We're a little short of this gap, but I think it's good enough. Hopefully they don't want to feed that gap again and then go. So we need to get back above 198.58 tomorrow. And I'm saying tomorrow. Not next week, not Friday. We need it tomorrow. If not, it's gonna be in the money pit again. We don't want that. Okay? It was going so good. I thought we were gonna get that gap filled this week at 217. It was looking good. And then I thought we were at least get 210. It was a short by $1.20. But we need it above that 198.58 tomorrow. If we could do that, we got hope. Okay. And another thing I didn't like about this was, you know, we hit over the 50, and then we got dropped back down. You know, squeeze was firing. We're over the 50, and then we got dropped back down. Not good. Never good when we reject the 50. It's never good. So we need back over that 198.50 tomorrow. Okay. Ain't that. All right. This thing here is just in consolidation here from 121 to 136. Consolidating, and it's rejecting the 50 on the RSI. You know, that's never good. So you're still in consolidation. You're still in consolidation mode here. It's going to be a little while. Overall, longer term, you have a bull flag, but you can see it's just stuck right here. So you need over that 140, and then the bull flag's good. Below 121, it's no good. But you see, you're in the chop zone of a bull flag right now in the larger sense. You can see that in the weekly as well. You're in the chop zone of a larger bull flag. So you need above that 136. You need above that 136, or you need below that 121. Okay. There's not really much else to say about that one. Lulu. Okay, Lulu. It's kind of being a little sideways monster right now. So let's remove some noise here. Okay. So Lulu is stuck in this zone right here, and it needs to get out of it. So we've been stuck, what, 3 weeks? I want to say 3 weeks, about 3.5 weeks. Okay, well, I mean, this would be 3 weeks right here. This is half, but we made that new high at 226, and then we chopped 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So third week, that's at the chop. It's right now testing the RSI 50, testing it. Okay, I know it says it's below it, but we could easily turn back around if it's a green day tomorrow. So testing that, got a squeeze on there. This is just consolidation. Go to the weekly, and what does that look like? It looks like a perfect bull flag. Okay, so it's a weekly bull flag and possibly a monthly bull flag as well. So I would say weekly bull flag, because the monthly bull flag would be just too long. So I think Lulu is still good, very good actually. I think it's still good. So this is the bottom of Lulu. It's the bottom. Okay. Now this is the wave 1. This is the wave 2. So just buy long. Buy some long Lulus. If you have shorter term, roll them over to longer term. Because if you're going to do that, you're going to get the wave 3. And that wave 3 is going to be, okay, we're going to see the minimum, the wave 3 is going to be minimum, the wave 3 is going to be is going to be 330. 330 is the minimum the wave 3 is going to be. Okay, that's $130 from where it is right now. All right, so that's the minimum it's going to be, the wave 3. So if the wave 3 is going to be that, you could stretch out longer term for a higher strike, right? So if you're saying, just even say July, right? July 230s, right? No, I just say 300. 300s. Okay, a lot of big spread though. Let's see this one, 310s. Okay, it's gonna be 365. Okay, you roll it out, 310 calls. You know, once you start running, you just need time on this. The weekly's there though. Beautiful, nice bull flag. RSI right on 50. Okay, it's just consolidating. Okay, everything's up, looking good. Big, giant bull flag volume. Very, very low. Very, very low sell volume. Very low. Okay, almost non-existent sell volume. This is easy. A long-term play, it's going to go 330. Okay, so I know it sucks with the chop. I know it sucks that it's not on your time. I know it sucks that you have to pay for the time, but it's going to go. We're going to go 100 points at least. I would say just buy the time. Okay, we might dip a little bit more to maybe 197. Do I think we're gonna gap fill? I don't think so. But if we do, buy that 330 calls anyway, 310 calls, and you know it'll pay you for it. It'll pay you for it. So it needs time. It needs time. But it looks phenomenal on the weekly. It needs time, but needs it looks phenomenal on the weekly. Okay. All right. All right, BA. All right, BA. Looks good. Nice little bull flag here. Okay. This is support 238.29. Okay, this is breakout right here. 247.40. Next target 255, 261. Okay, it's going to consolidate whether it's 1 or 2 days or maybe it's 4 days. It's going to run. So it's just it's a daily bull flag, so it's going to take 2 to 4 days. 2 to 4 days to break out. So, you know, let's look at 4 hour here. 4 hour. See, the 4 hours not ready, so it's going to take either Friday or next week. So we'll break out Friday or next week. I don't know if it'll go tomorrow. I think Friday or next week. But it looks good. Looks like it's going to go. All right, Tesla. Okay, Tesla's been a fickle one, right? Very, very fickle one. So overall, we've been in this long-term chop zone right here. So let me go in the... We've been in this long-term monthly chop. Okay, monthly chop. Try to break out here. Got 498. Failed. Okay, we're still stuck in this chop. Okay, we can't get through. Can't get through. And it sucks to say, but I mean, this chop is pretty bad. 424 to 463. Chop, chop, chop. So, you know, we have to deal with what we got to deal with. Right now, Tesla's holding that 20 SMA. We kind of got a bull flag on the weekly, but it needs to go a little higher. We need to get above 465, and then it will be actually a good bull flag. Okay. You know, we also got a bear flag setting up here, but I think it's going to go higher. I don't think it's going to go lower, but we need to get over that 463. So that 20 SMA right there is going to be a problem. So we need to get through that. We are holding that 440 or that 439.20. Okay, if we could get through this, we go 450, and we could get through that, we could go 460. So that's what we got for right now with Tesla. It's in that long-term nasty consolidation. All right, you. All right. You looks good. It's going at 22.56. And I mean 22.56 and 23.17. If it could get past that, 24.66. Okay, I do think this is gonna make it like a little cup, so it's gonna go at least to 23.32, possibly 27. But so far it looks good. Looks like it looked like it's, you know, wave 1, wave 2. It looks like it's gonna go to wave 3, maybe 27. But I think it's at least going to go to 23.40. All right, TLT. All right, Treasury bonds here. You got to be careful with these because they're very choppy. Okay, they're very choppy. So they're at the downtrend right now. Positive news is you see this flatness right here. See this flatness. Okay, you see this flatness? And you see this upness on the RSI? The trend up. And RSI above 50. Good. Solid. Squeeze forming to the upside. Good, solid. It's testing the upper channel of the downtrend resistance. Okay, you get through this. You get through this 50 SMA here, and then boom, you're at 89. You get through that, you're at 89.77. And then you're at gap fill at 90. Okay, and that's a good target right there. 89.95. Okay. I think it does break through. The setup is good. Squeeze is good. I think it goes there. I think it probably goes 90, 91, and probably I think it breaks through there. It goes 91. I think it comes back to 91, 97. That's a good area for it to go. So looks good. Looks beautiful. Beautiful bullish divergence. Beautiful setup to break the downward channel. Beautiful squeeze. Stochastics, everything just lining up. TLT looks good for a push. Okay, XRT. Okay, XRT. Let's check it out. Weekly. Okay, XRT XRT. It looks like it's building a weekly rising wedge. Looks like it's still gonna go, but it's gonna kind of chop and go. I feel like it's gonna chop and go. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know it broke out here, and it's struggling at that 90. Okay, I think it's gonna chop around for a while and then go again. So I think this is what the idea is here. It's gonna continue to chop and go. So as we see here, this one chopped, came up. Okay, here came up. Maybe it goes up a little bit more, but it's gonna chop here on top of the 90, and then 90, 32, and then probably chop and go again. So it looks good upside, but it's a lot of chop and go. If you want to be long that one, that's fine, but prepare for the chop. Okay. MicroStrategy. All right. So we finally got a bottom. Did we finally get a bottom? We finally got a bottom. Okay. Now we see the beautiful bullish divergence that we've been battling with for the past, I don't know, month. Finally went. You see the RSI green? That's green. That's go. That means go. We see the squeeze on there. Hasn't fired yet. It means it still has room. Okay. You see the volume bond here? 200%. Okay. Okay. We see that we're making higher highs, higher lows. Yes. We hit that 50 SMA. Okay. And then we pulled back here. We held that 177.20. Okay. That's good. Okay. Maybe we drop back, fill a gap, and then go again. Doesn't matter. Because this one's ready to go. Did we break? Okay, no. Once we actually break 198.40. Once we actually break that, that will confirm the new uptrend. Okay. Once we break out of 191, that's going to confirm 201 and 210. But once we break that 198.40, that's going to confirm that we established a new uptrend and we're no longer in a downtrend. Because we could still be in a downtrend right here because we haven't broke that previous high. That previous high is here. We broke these previous highs, but this could be just consolidation. the major previous high is at 198.50. We break that, that concludes all arguments. This is going into an uptrend. Okay, so right now, still good, beautiful day. You know, even though it pulled back, we still had a good day, up 3.5%, $6.30, not bad. Okay. I mean, any green day is good for this one, right? Any green day is good for the stock. Okay, we did hit 190. We hit 190.20. Okay, we didn't quite hit that 191, but all well. I mean, it would probably end up the same anyways. It probably would have sold off. But now tomorrow, if we open up here and we just have a green day like this, that's beautiful. We love it. If we open up down and then we have a green day like this, even better. Even better. It's telling us whatever it is, as long as we close above 177.21, this is telling us we have a beautiful bull flag and we're setting up to push. Okay? It's just telling us we don't have enough juice to close that 50 SMA just yet. Just yet. But it's coming. I mean, as long as Bitcoin doesn't go below 95, this thing is looking juicy. I mean, RSI is above 50, squeeze is coming up and it's green. Stochastic's coming up. Volume is increasing. It's everything you want to see in it. Okay? All right. NVIDIA. We already did NVIDIA, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. Already did NVIDIA, coin. All right, coin. All right, coin here. I said a couple weeks ago, I said this is the area that you want to buy coin. Okay, 225 was a perfect area to buy it. Popped up, okay. Came back, filled the gap, okay. Now, okay, if this is the bottom, let's just say this is the bottom. And this is 1, this is 2, then this is going into the third wave. So once we get through that 50 SMA, same thing with MicroStrategy, having trouble with this 50 SMA. Once it gets through that, okay, we set up, consolidate, make a little bull flag. We break through that 50 SMA. This thing should be gone. Should be gone. Okay, this should be gone. I don't see this. Let's see, 1, 5. Yeah, I don't see this going any lower than 255. 225. It's above its 20 SMA already. Setting up. It's making new highs. I mean, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, as long as we don't break this 20 SMA, I don't see anything but starting a new uptrend. It's making new highs and new lows already. I think it continues to go. Okay. All right. SLV. Okay. SLV. So I had targets at 86.50 and 84.50. Okay. 84.40. Was it 84.40? Yeah. Okay. So I had the wave 5 in this zone. Okay. Typically wave 5s, they have nothing but gap ups. Okay, this is perfect example of a wave 5 here. Now this could have been a wave 5. It definitely could have been. But it decided it wanted more. So gap up, gap up, gap up, gap up. And I think this could be the top, you know, especially, I mean, this thing used to be $25, you know, $26. Okay. I think I sold mine at 77. I think it sold at 77. And then I got some long-term puts because it can't maintain these, you know. What are we really using a lot of silver for? What maybe some semiconductors. Okay. But this thing ran for a long time. I think that this area as a top. Do I think it's going to go to 100? You know, it's a far-fetched idea. I mean, can it? Could. Sure, it could. I could, but do I think it's gonna? I think this is a wave 5 right here with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 gaps straight. And, you know, I could be wrong. You know, I thought this was the top here, and I was wrong. You know, but I'm saying this 43 to 46 area I think is the top. I don't think it goes to 100, only because number one, everybody thinks it's going to go to 100. So anytime everybody thinks something, it always cuts short. It's always cut short below that target. You know, it's because everybody wants it. Everybody has their sell. Everybody's sell is at 100. Right? Everybody's sell. It's like sell at 100. Everybody is. Okay? So if everybody's sell is at 100, then we have people that have their sell at 95. Okay? And we have people that have their sell at 90. Okay? If people think it's going to sell at 100, some have it at 90, some have it at 95. And some have it at 105, some have it at 110. But most likely it's majority at 100. So I think it's it, but I could be wrong. But if I'm not, I think that if I am right that this is the top, then we will gap down. We will gap down, and we'll have a candle like this. And okay, if we gap down, say we don't have to gap down that much. Say we gap down there like this. And we have a candle like this. And then our side is going to go like this. And then we have a bearish divergence. We have a shooting star. And we have a top. Okay? So if we gap down and sell off tomorrow, we have a top. If we don't, then, hey, these are targets right here. Okay? So that's what I'm saying about silver. All right? So we gap down and sell off, you know what's up. It's the top. If we don't, then, you know, it's not the top. Okay. And where are we going first? If it is the top, 73, and then 66, and then 64. Okay. All right, PNAW. All right, PNAW. Okay, remember earlier I was talking about the dragon pattern? Earlier in the chat, I was talking about the dragon pattern. So here's the tail. Here's the leg. Okay, here's the body. Here's another leg. Okay, and then here's the face. This is the dragon's face. Okay, and then we have bullish divergence here. It's not hard to see. Big bullish divergence with the tail, leg, another leg, face, or squeeze, firing to the upside, dragon face above 50. I feel like something's coming up with PNAW. I don't see no earnings yet, but I think something's going to come up. It's going to take it up to 207. 207. It usually comes back to where the tail's body is to make like a cup. So that's going to be 27, 210 on PNAW, the dragon pattern. So that could be this week, next week. I think before the end of the month. But I think that's a good play right there. All right. Okay, crowd. All right, crowd. 451. Okay. All right. Well, crowd has a downtrend. RSI is below 50. A gap filled right here, but it kind of just staying right there. It's holding that breakout point at 451. This is between a rock and a hard place right now. It's between a rock and a hard place. But let me see here. It could be a falling wedge, but it's not ready yet. I think it still needs a little time. It could be a falling wedge, but I think it still needs a little bit more time. And we don't have a bullish divergence on it just quite yet. I think it's not ready yet. So I can't make a distinction on which way it's going to go. But overall, it's down. Overall, it's down. But I do see the falling wedge. I do see a potential for a bullish divergence setup. But I don't see it yet. I just don't see it yet. Okay. All right. Oops. Google here. Google broke out. Okay, 340 comes back. As long as we don't break 328.83, this is nice. I don't like that it didn't hit its first target at 343. But as long as it doesn't break 328.80 and it holds above there, I think this is still a bull flag and it still goes higher. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. I think 343 is still in the target area. I still think it's gonna get hit, but if we drop below 328.80, that's bad news. Okay. All right, Amazon. Okay, Amazon. Amazon did not like 248 or 249. Did not like that. And I don't like this pattern. Remember, I don't like that umbrella pattern, kind of pyramid pattern kind of thing. The up and down pattern, I don't like it. This one's going down to 232.80. This one, it's coming back down here. It doesn't look good. I don't like that sloping pattern. That umbrella pattern, the sloping pattern, it's no good. It's coming back down to 233 or 220, 232.80. Don't like it. Microsoft. As much as I hate to say it, it's going to 251. I said it earlier today. It's going to 251. You know, it had a chance to come and save itself quite a few times, but the bear flag fired, and it fired today. So it's going to go to 451, and hopefully it holds that 451, because if not, we go to 422 and then 400. But hopefully it holds that 451, and then earnings come out and saves this. Because if it keeps going, it's not good. Look at how many times it rejected that 50. Rejected that 50 quite a few times. Now it's going down. You know, I said it's a big deal if you reject the 50 RSI. It is a big deal. Look at how many times it couldn't get through it. Okay, if you're not above that 50 RSI, that's a big deal. You're going down. Okay. Now, if you keep bouncing on the RSI 50, that's a big deal too. You're going to go up. Right here, we're going down. 451.21 is where it's coming. Okay. You already did, I believe. Yeah. I said it's going to 2250 and 2466. Affirm. What's RFIM? Okay. Affirm. Okay, Affirm Holdings. Let's see. Okay. So, good and bad news. Bad news, we failed the breakout. Okay, and we got back in. Okay, good news is holding the mid level. Okay, this is the mid level of the consolidation zone. So we got the upper end, we got the lower end. So right now we're holding the mid level. Okay, this one could chop around in here, just like this did right here. This did, this did, this did. Or we lose that, we come inside and we chop around right here. So just good and bad news. Good news is we could bounce here and go up a little bit. But, you know, overall bad news is you're in a chop situation and you fail the breakout to the upside. So it looks like it's either chop here or go more down. MicroStrategy already did. Baba, man, we got in Baba. Was it this day? Yeah, we got in Baba this day, and wow, we sold this day. Good play, but overall, I got into Baba because it was at the lower end of the trend line, and we had a bullish divergence. If you could see, I already wrote it down. I already wrote that bullish divergence down. Okay, and my target was 173, so we're almost there, and it's already resisting. We're already out of this one, but I think so. Baba goes and then it chops. So this one, tomorrow it either goes more, okay, to 180, and then it starts to chop around, or it starts chopping here. Okay, I don't see too much crazy chop around this zone, but if it does pull back, it goes to 166 and possibly 163, but 166, and then maybe sets up to go again. But if it goes 180. But overall, Baba, I don't expect it to go higher than 180 right now. Okay, unless there's some news on it or something, then it could go to 190. If it chops around right here for a little bit, I'll get back into it to 180 to 190. But right now, I don't see that it has the juice. Not quite. Rejected yesterday, and then popped up today. Rejected the same spot. Not the thing I want to see. Okay, Apple still in the same spot, just going sideways around this 100 SMA. Not the best thing to do. Just going sideways right here. Okay, it needs follow through. It's good that it's holding that 260 area, but it needs follow through. If it gets that follow through, then great. If not, I think it's gonna go higher. I really do. I think it's gonna go higher. It just needs that follow through. I think it goes higher. We do have a gap at 253.50, so be cautious of that. But I do think it goes higher. It's the RSI is so low. It's at 20. It's at 29. So I think it does pop to at least 265. I think it pops 265, then it probably goes lower. Okay, Nike. Nike's hitting the 200 SMA and the 100 SMA, and this area of resistance here. Needs to maintain above this resistance line, or this resistance line, that support area now. Above its RSI, good. Okay, set up. I think it breaks, goes higher. I think it just needs time. Nike needs time. AMD, descending triangle pattern. Okay, it's above 222.17. That's good. It's above the 50 SMA. That's good. If it could stay above, it goes 230. Okay, if it could stay above, it goes 230. Goes 230. If it gets back under, it comes back down here and chops around until it's ready to go. So if we could stay above, we go 230, maybe even 235. Okay, 240 is very possible too, but we need it to get up and go. Okay, that's what we need. Okay, now the big talk, Bitcoin. Okay, we're chopping around the zone forever. Now we got a squeeze firing up. RSI held here. RSI held the 50 and go. And then we broke out. Okay. Where's this going? It's going 104. Okay, 104. Now it's going 104. Now, if we get back under 195, this is horrible because we're going to sell off hard. If we get back under 194.90 or 194, I'm sorry, not 194. 94,000 and 94,900 and 94,000. If we get back under this is big deal. We're going to sell off hard and probably hit 80,000. Okay, so we get a hold up there, set up, and then we go 104. If we could do that, we run. If this is a setup to get you long and then it drops, if it drops below that, get short immediately. It's going to go down. Okay? That's all I got to say on that. Okay? All right. I answered everybody's question. Everybody have any other questions? Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. And I'll see you guys next week. All right.